JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today's the 17th of November 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday's afternoon session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yeah, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So now then, jumping into the charts. Now the first one I want to pick up here is the German DAX. The index today is trading in the red slightly, but not significantly, and basically remains in this little pattern that I talked about this morning, where I was saying that this could be potentially seen as a bullish flag here. However, if you want to consider that idea, then we would still need to wait for a push above the 13,300 territory, somewhere around here, in order to get a little bit more excited with the upside. For now, we're just observing this one. Even in terms of lower areas, we cannot really consider lower areas until we get a move back below this downside line taken from the high of the 3rd of September, and also drop below the 12,842 territory. However, we might revise this level later on. Maybe we could actually pick up on something like this here, not this one, but this one right here, the high of the 23rd of October, which is around the 12,718 level. So but again, for now, like I said, in terms of the downside, I need to see this one dropping back below this downside line, and until that happens, we cannot really aim for lower areas. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, now look at this beautiful move. Yesterday a new all-time high was formed, and if we look at the cash index and where it's currently trading at, we can see, first of all, we can see that yes, the index popped above the this level. Let me just jump into a monthly chart. So this month we can see that it created a new all-time high. Yesterday did overshoot the previous all-time high, which was created last week, by the way. So the index hit the 29,964 territory, but kind of drifted back down. However, still remained above the previous all-time high. Now if we look at the cash index right now and where the index is currently trading at, we can see that there is a bit of a decline, and the index basically is currently sitting near the 29,660 territory, roughly around there. So basically it's back here, back around this area, slightly above this 29,568 territory. By the way, this level here is the highest point of February this year, which was previously also the all-time high. But now, we'll continue monitoring this area, because if it starts dropping back below this 29,568 territory, then we could in a way consider maybe a bit of a larger correction here to the downside. So be very careful. For now, we are at a very interesting spot right now, so let's be careful and cautious, and let's not forget that, well, the index had already a decent up move, so maybe a bit of a corrective move here to the downside could be possible. However, I'm not rushing into anything yet, because like I said, we need some confirmation breaks first, and one of those would be a break below this 29,568 territory in order to aim for lower areas. Jumping to DXY, and the index here is drifting lower today. So So the index is near this key support zone that I talked about previously, and that was this 92.24 level. In order to aim for some lower areas, yes, we need to break below that level. However, we're not really getting that yet. We're getting these little flirts here. The index seems to be teasing all the sellers here right now. So again, let's be very careful and cautious, guys. If once we get a nice clear drop below this, and if we also get the daily candle staying below that area, then yes, well, further declines could be possible, and we could aim for the 91.75 territory or even below that. So let's keep an eye on that one. Silver is declining a little bit today. However, it still remains above this 24.49 zone. So first of all, actually, let me adjust a few things here. Now, previously I talked about this level, this 24.49 zone. Yes, it continues to balance above it. The commodity also continues to balance above the 21-day EMA. But from the short-term perspective, we can see that the price is still trading above this upside support line taken from the low of the 29th of October. So if you want to aim for some lower areas, well, wait for a break of that upside line, and then yes, we could consider maybe a move towards the 23.58 territory right here, which is marked by the low of the 9th of November, or in other words, the lowest point of last week, which also coincides with the 100-day EMA here, shown as the green line. So basically, very good potential area of support. However, if that gets broken, my next target will be not the one is shown here, the 21.66, but this one right here, the closer one, which is the lowest point of October, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check this. Yes, that's the lowest point of October, near the 22.58 mark. So, and then we'll take it from there. But again, in order to aim for some lower areas, we need to see a nice good drop below this upside line. In terms of the upside, if you want to be a little bit more on the safe side and the cautious side, well, wait for a push above the 25.24 level right here, and then aim for some higher levels. Ripple. So Ripple is the best performer among the top cryptos, and yep, Ripple. You can see that this morning I talked about Ripple, and yesterday I talked about Ripple, and what I was saying that if it continues to trade above this 0.2760 territory, then my next target is the 0.3049 level marked by the highest point of September, which, as you can see, right now is providing very good resistance. And basically now the big question here is, can this continue to hold? So first of all, this idea worked out nicely. So where I was saying that on a break of the 0.26 level, we could start aiming for the 0.3049. So yep, that's wonderful. Now the big question here is, will it actually continue accelerating, or will it actually be something like this? So we will consider this idea if we can see the index kind of continuing to struggle to overcome this 0.3049 level straight away, because again, it could drift lower, it could move towards this area somewhere here near the 0.2760 territory, and then kind of reverse back to the upside. So yeah, I'll consider this idea for now if the price fails to move above the 0.3049 level straight away. Now, jumping into a few pairs, USDJPY, good move to the downside. This morning I talked about this pair, and basically what I was saying that given that we had a nice drop below the 104.95 territory, there is a good chance for this one to drift further south. Well, to be honest, that's what we got, and what I was saying as well, that my next target is going to be the 104 zone. We didn't really quite hit the 104 zone. We came very close to it, but to be honest, I'll take that. It's a good move, good result. Now the big question here is, can this continue drifting lower? For now, probably what could happen is we could see maybe a bit of a corrective move here back up. If this hurdle, if this 104 zone continues to provide support. If it doesn't, if it breaks and we see the daily candle staying below it, then yes, it could increase the chances for a further move south. However, we do have a bunch of good areas of support here. and one of them is the 103.05 level, marked by the low of the 12th of March of this year, and is near the lowest point of this month, or the current lowest point of this month, I should say. So again, all eyes are on the 104 zone. Let's see if it can act as a good area of support. If it can, then we might see a nice rebound and a push higher. So jumping into GBPNZD, now talk about a choppy session here, and basically for now it's a little bit unclear what it wants to do. As I've mentioned to you guys previously when I was covering GBPNZD, I was saying that in a way, if you want to aim for some lower levels, at least wait for a drop below the lowest point of September, which is around the 1.9060 level. However, even then we'd still have this lowest point of July near the 1.9005 level here, or in a way you could round it up towards the 1.90 zone, so that could be that next target, which could provide a bit of support. However, like I said, don't rush into anything yet, guys. If it slides lower, if it breaks through these two levels, now that's where it could become a little bit more interesting for more sellers. In terms of the upside, we need to see a break of this downside line first, and maybe even a push, depending on where this is gonna, how this price action will be shaping up here. Maybe even actually a break above the 1.9316, 17 territory, somewhere down here, could do the trick for more buyers, because basically if this pair continues to move sideways here a little bit above this 1.9060 level but below this downside line, then yep, we could this level here, this barrier could come in line here, and basically once we have a break of this downside line, we could also wait for a push above this 1.9317 territory. So let's keep an eye on that one. EURJPY, haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but basically it's quite interesting, and you probably see what's happening here. Well, excuse me. Well, basically the pair seems to be forming a possible bullish flag here. Now, again, that's not confirmed yet. First, let's see how this is going to play out, because for me, to be honest, if you want to look at some higher levels, well, still I would like to see a push above this 125.16 level, but I do understand that we could be missing out here on a bit of territory. So basically what you could do is draw yourself this potential bullish flag here, capture the highs of the 9th of November and the 16th of November, and if we get a nice pop above this, then yes, we could start looking at some higher levels, especially if the rate travels above this 124.44 level right here, and then yep, maybe higher levels could be met. So let me just quickly draw this one on the chart here. So that's the idea that I'm going to keep in mind, but still, as I said, the more comfortable level for me is this 125.16 level. A break of it could open the door towards higher areas. In terms of the downside, well, I mean, I would like to see maybe a drop below yesterday's low here, near the 123.56 territory, somewhere around here, in order to consider some lower areas, because at the same time the rate would be placed below the 21-day EMA. And finally, EURUSD. So the pair did have an attempt to move higher today above this 1.1880. It did so. It broke that level. However, this is what I was talking to you guys and what I was saying to you guys this morning, that in order to get a little bit more excited with the upside, we would like to see that daily candle staying above this area, above this 1.1880 zone. But so far we're not really getting that. Yes, we got a break. That's great news in a way, but let's keep an eye on this daily candle. If it stays above this area, then yep, then I'll continue targeting the upside. However, be very careful near the 1.1917 level again, because as you can see here, back on the 10th of September and the 9th of November, it did act as a very nice area of resistance. So this level right here could be that one to watch if we get another push here above this 1.1880 level. So let's see how this is going to play out, but for now it is a little bit tricky. So hopefully EURUSD could continue moving higher here. If it cannot, then I would need to see a drop below the 1.1795 territory, somewhere around here, in order to consider maybe a bit of a decline. So guys, I will have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching and listening. If you wanted to if you want to catch my video tomorrow morning, my Traders Espresso, as always, 7 o'clock GMT time. For now, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.